Ten News is sponsored by Premier Family of Dealerships. 10 News on WBIR starts now.
Well, the day is here. Snow is falling in parts of East Tennessee. Right now, we are taking a live look at Crossville. And hey, this snow is expected to last throughout the day. Thanks so much for joining us for 10 News at Noon, everyone. I'm Brittany Bailey.
And I'm Robin Wilhoit. Yes, the snow is falling, and we have crews standing by all across East Tennessee and in our weather center to bring you the very latest on the temperatures, the totals, and of course the timing. We begin with breaking news, though, on the roads.
In the last 30 minutes or so, we learned that Tellico Parkway is closed in Loudoun County because of a crash. You're looking at the scene there. It is closed at Saddle Dam Bridge. Sheriff's officials say someone was stuck inside a car. They don't know how long that road is going to stay closed, but we also did learn that deputies are on the snow plan now, which means that they will only respond to emergencies.
And we are also seeing snow accumulating on I-40. This is in Roane County. This right here, though, is a specific look at Watt Road. The snow accumulating on the sides of the road. You see traffic is moving, not a lot out there, which is a good thing, but it is moving. And if you do head out, take it slow.
And now we want to give you a live look at I-75 in Loudoun County. TDOT crews are out actively salting that area right now. You do see a situation there sort of off to the side of your screen as well. But as Robin was mentioning, if you don't need to be on the roads and travel right now, just take a look. You might not want to be out there. Joining us live now, though, are 10 News reporters Sam Perez in West Hills and Aaron Velasquez in Crossville, along with 10 News meteorologist Rebecca Sweet in our weather center.
And Rebecca, the winter storm warning that is in place, it's running through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
That's exactly right, ladies. So we're watching this snow that has finally made its way into the area. I know we had a lot of people this morning very anxious, asking, where's the snow? It's a snow day. And here you go, folks. It's turning into a winter wonderland as we give you a glimpse into downtown Knoxville. The snow is quickly accumulating as we have temperatures sitting into the 20s. Feels like temps into the teens, and those dew points are rising, folks. Now, we are going to continue to see a beautiful winter scene, even from South Knoxville. This is a viewpoint again over the city, just not breathtaking. Now, we are going to continue to watch some snow make its way into the region. It's funny, the snow's kind of, breaking apart just a little bit, so we'll see multiple bands of snow continuing to slide into the region. You might get some snow, a little bit of a brief break in this snow, trying to push its way across parts of Cumberland County and Fentress and into parts of Morgan County. A winter storm warning is in effect until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, as we mentioned before. And another thing that we're watching, which goes into effect here in just about an hour, is a wind advisory. This is going to be for winds coming out of the south, gusting up to 45 miles per hour. And you're probably going, okay, wait a minute. A south wind when we have snow? Yeah, it could potentially warm up our temperatures just a little bit. We'll see what this does to our type of precipitation that we are going to be holding on to for the rest of the day. We are looking at mostly snow across the region, but some models do indicate that we could have a little bit of a wintry mix into areas in the far southern valley. Now, when it comes to snow, we're seeing some quick accumulations in place. Most of this snow is going to stay with us throughout the rest of the afternoon, and as we go into the overnight hours, we'll start to see some of this snow taper off across the region. Again, a lot of this snow going to be tapering off as we go into your Saturday. Not necessarily talking about this being a Saturday event, but roads going to be impacted all the way through the weekend. Ladies, will hear much more from myself and meteorologist Tavian Whitehurst in just a little bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks so much, Rebecca. And to keep up with the latest snow conditions, the road impacts, and to share pictures when you're out and about enjoying that winter weather, you can download our free 10 News app. Just scan the QR code that you see there on your screen. All day long, we will be live throughout East Tennessee checking on the conditions for you. And on the screen right now, there is a map showing where we have everyone stationed today.
That's right. 10 News reporter Sam Perez is in West Hills in the West Knoxville area. And 10 News reporter Aaron Velasquez joining us from Crossville.
And Aaron, you were the first person in our team coverage area to see the snowflakes falling this morning.
That's exactly right, Brittany. I mean, gosh, it feels like forever ago. We were waiting all morning, patiently waiting. You can ask Becca, we were talking about, it's gonna come, and right when it came, man, it was here, and we've been enjoying it ever since. I've been having a great time, but that doesn't mean everybody's having a great time. I wanna bring and show you the road conditions live here at the 40 interchange in Crossville. I think you can see Jillian. Maybe you could show them over there. There seems to be a person possibly stuck on the side of the road. That just shows you the dangerous conditions that we're having. This morning we talked to people over here at the gas station in Crossville who either were one of two things. They knew about the snow and they prepared for it, or they didn't know about the snow and they're paying for it. I spoke with one woman out of Louisiana. They don't get much snow down there, and she was saying that she was just surprised to see it on the radar, but is going to push through and try and drive through Tennessee.
Oh crap. Yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking at first, and then it's like, hey, I can do this. Look at all these other folks, they're just driving normal. So, I mean, it's pretty cool though.
If you do have to go on the roadways today, obviously TDOT is telling us to just drive safe. Always leave space between you and the car in front of you. If you encounter a slick spot, don't slam on your brakes. Stay calm and ease into it. But overall, if you are out there enjoying the snow, have fun, dress warmly, be prepared, and stay safe. One thing I promised I was going to do earlier was I was going to throw a snowball at our photographer Jillian behind the camera, and that's how I'll send it back to you, Robin. And
Run, Jillian, run. I love the point. I love the point Aaron was making, though. Either you're prepared for it or you're paying for it right now. All right, Aaron, thank you very much. And with that, Sam Perez joining us live from West Knoxville. Sam, set the scene there. Not as much snow where you are as compared to where Aaron is right now in Crossville.
Exactly, not quite as much snow. We've been here since 8 a.m., but things really started picking up right after 10 a.m. So it's been snowing now for about an hour and a half. Things are just getting started, but it is sticking to the ground. So we're staying warm. We have hand warmers. I have my hat on, double layers. If you are planning to come out today, it is chilly outside. And I'm standing on the top of a hill where we are hoping to see some sledders later today. So I'm going to step out of the way so you can see the conditions we're working with. Again, the snow is just starting to cover the ground, and if you can see that parking lot back there, you'll notice that the snow in the middle of it is melting. That's because the YMCA treated all of the parking lots, so they put salt on the ground, so most of the roads, you can see a little bit of snow sticking to the ground, but it is kind of starting to melt away because it has been treated. Now, the YMCA, we did get to go in there and warm up just a little bit, which was really nice, but they did go ahead and close at noon because of these conditions, and just a few minutes ago, we saw a family driving by. They finished their workout, and they said the best spot to sled here at the West Hills YMCA is down by the tennis court. So I think we're going to have to check in on that in just a little bit. And also, Aaron mentioned a snowball, and I know that I want to get in on the fun, so I'll be making snowballs as the snow keeps falling. But for now, I'll send things back to y'all.
All right, Sam, thank you so much. And both Sam and Aaron will be checking back in with you in the next half hour. So definitely have some fun out there, guys, and stay warm.
Yes, Sam, talking about sledding. One of the most popular places on a snow day in Knoxville is Lakeshore Park. It is a sledding paradise. But if you plan to join in the fun, remember there are rules to follow. Park leaders say if you park along the roads or grass, you will be towed. You must have an actual sled, and all children must be supervised by an adult. Sledding is only allowed during park hours. That's 6 in the morning until 10 at night. Well, people in Monroe County started seeing the snowflakes fall earlier today than other parts of the region. And
joining us now by phone is the Monroe County EMA Director, Chad Lemming. Chad, tell us what you're seeing in that area.
The snow is here, and it's come quick. Since about 10 o'clock, it went from nothing to dangerously slick.
Yes, that being said, Chad, how have you planned for this, and how are you dealing with those slick roads right now?
Our road department's done a great job of getting it pre-treated, but the brine's already wearing off. It done good at first, but they're already starting to salt and scrape roads. We've got multiple vehicles in the ditch, and the sheriff department's already went to emergency calls only response due to the road conditions.
And so, unfortunately, it sounds like if folks do end up on the ditch, they're going to have to find a way to make it out themselves as long as they're not hurt.
Yeah, I mean, they could call their own tow company or, phone a friend or somebody in a four-wheel drive will probably come by and help them out if they're stuck, I'm sure.
So, Chad, in our final seconds, what should people do, though, if they are experiencing an emergency? Who should they reach out to?
Yeah, definitely emergency. You call 911. Non-emergency number, it's 423-442-HELP, and they'll try to get you help as soon as they have somebody available.
All right,
Go home and stay off the roads.
Well, thank you so much. Great advice there, and hopefully things will stay safe in your county today. Thanks so much for chatting with us.
Thank you.
Well, we want to continue, of course, tracking the snow in East Tennessee. And as you can see right here, it is falling. Depending upon where you are, you may be seeing more snow than others. But of course, this scene right now, it is snowing pretty heavily.
And we want to check in now with meteorologist Mike Simon, who actually is prepared with not only a hood, but an umbrella out there today, Mike.
Yes, thank you very much, guys. I came real well prepared. Also have some of those hand warmers you can put in your shoes and in your gloves to keep you warm. And I even have an extra pair of pants to slick over this in case it gets real cold out here. But it is snowing moderately, and it has been snowing moderately since about 10:15. I live not too far from Turkey Creek where I am. The roads, the secondary roads are looking pretty good. Of course, they salted those, and they're fine. You're not slick at all. I've noticed, though, when you get off on maybe the side to turn, you can see there's still snow on some of the side turning areas. Be very careful. You do slide on that. And also any tertiary roads that haven't been treated, it is slick right now. This snow is somewhat of a wet snow. Temperature is cold enough, though, to where the flakes are somewhat small, but I'm sure they'll be thickening up and getting much larger as our temperature warms just a bit. When I left the house, I think it was 29 degrees. So it is perfect for a snow like this. I haven't seen too many people have any issues as everybody is driving very carefully. And this snow, although it looks beautiful, not the best kind to make a snowman yet, but maybe it will change over to where it will be fun. And you can have snowball fights and all the like. I'll keep you informed out here in Turkey Creek. For now, I'm meteorologist Mike Simon. Back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you so much. Now we want to turn our attentions to the roadway because 10 News meteorologist Tavian Whitehurst is checking on those conditions right now for us and also checking them out for themselves on our weather porch here in North Knoxville.
Yeah, this is finally my first time. Let me take this hood off. It's getting in the way. I want to feel the snow. It's my first time really being outside since the snowfall finally started coming down, and it is everything I was hoping for and more. We did a lot of activity leading up to it, and now we're finally up and moving. I want to give you a look at some of the cameras that I've seen around town. You can see here with this one right along I-75 South, not much to see. You see that visibility is especially low because of that snowfall. And I've got 2 cameras up for you. I've got Pellissippi Parkway at Lovell Road and also Wacoa Highway at Cumberland Avenue. Both of them, Pellissippi Parkway in particular, definitely showing more of that snowfall starting to really sneak its way in. So you got to just make sure you're being especially careful. But just know TDOT is on the move. This is a video that Mark Nagy posted on Twitter just a couple of minutes ago. And those trucks are moving, distributing that salt on top of the snow to make sure everything can melt properly. So I'll continue to keep you guys updated on what we're seeing through the hour. Ladies, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Tavian, thank you very much. Come in and get a cup of coffee. Yeah. Brittany hit me up earlier today, so I'm warming up right here.
I knew what would be needed today. Well, speaking of warm, 6 warming centers in Knoxville will be open and will stay open through tomorrow. The locations are there on your screen, and we do have a full list on our website. City leaders say more than 200 people stayed in those centers both Tuesday and Wednesday nights.
Now, the churches are asking for donations, including blankets, toiletries, socks, and sleeping bags. They also need more volunteers, so if you would like to help, head over to our website where you can sign up.
We cannot emphasize enough, if you don't have to go out, please stay home.
Knoxville City leaders say they are prepared for the snow and are using the lessons learned during last year's snowstorm.
And let's take you outside once again. This is a live look in Blount County. Doesn't that look like a postcard right there? It's beautiful. Our team coverage of the winter snow hitting East Tennessee. It continues right after this break. Stay with us.
Gary's kicking the new year into
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday and happy snow day to you. The snow is coming down, and boy, it's turning out to be a beautiful afternoon. We've had coverage all over the place, and the snow again is becoming almost to the point of where you can start to do some sledding. I'm curious, though, we do have a little bit of a clearing right here as we continue to see still some cloud cover in place, but when it comes to snow, we may see again multiple kind of waves of some moderate to heavy snow continue to slide into the area. Winter storm warnings in effect for all of Tennessee. If you were supposed to have any travel plans, if we have not warned you enough that the roads are not going to be ideal, hopefully you kind of quickly get that message once you try to leave your neighborhood. Models, again, we've kind of had 2 different rounds of models. One model out like this one is a little bit more excited about potentially seeing temperatures warm up for areas south of I-40, which could provide a little bit of a wintry mix. Now we're kind of right on the edge of this. I expect this freezing line to be right across the border. Not saying it's out of the question, and I'd rather be more prepared for this happening than not. But hopefully we can keep our temperature profile cold enough to what we're looking at is all snow. But again, it's not out of the question to see a little bit of a wintry mix for areas south of I-40. But at this point, most of this will be happening later on into the evening, and it is going to be on top of what will already likely be roads that are not necessarily the best to be traveling on. After we go throughout the rest of the day today, we certainly get much quieter. Tomorrow, the only reason why it's a weather impact alert day is because of the impacts that will be felt on the roads. We're really just trying to encourage you to stay put, folks. And then we get to the early part of next week. Melting and refreezing could remain a concern as we get into the next work week. Ladies.
All right. Rebecca, thank you very much. And to keep up with the latest snow conditions and the impact on East Tennessee roads, all you have to do is download the 10 News app. Scan the QR code you see right there on your screen. It will take you to the App Store. And while you're there, please share your snow pics with us. We love to see them.
Absolutely. Well, Knoxville City leaders are taking what they learned during last January's snowstorm and applying it to this one.
10 News reporter Lauren Davis joining us live from the newsroom. And Lauren, city leaders shared how they plan to respond to this snowstorm.
Brittany, Robin, this morning at 7 a.m., Mayor India Concannon and a representative from the Knoxville Police and Fire Department spoke ahead of the snow and shared safety reminders and how they're preparing. The main message they want you to know is to stay home. When the Knoxville Fire Department responds to calls, you're probably not going to see a big fire truck. The assistant fire chief says they're trying to limit use to only the quick response vehicles, which they have more of now. But if you do go out on a drive, keep an eye out for orange tape on a car before you report it.
Either on the mirror, antenna, or the door handle with an orange survey tape, please realize that a first responder has already been there and check that vehicle.
He says if you don't see an orange tag, then you can dial 911 for a vehicle that your concern is off the road. At 12:30, we'll hear how KPD could change how they respond to calls if we get enough snow for the snow plan to go into effect.
Lauren, thank you. Now we want to get a check of our roadways this afternoon. So joining us now to talk about this by phone is TDOT spokesman Mark Nagy. Mark, walk us through how the morning's gone so far.
Yeah, good afternoon. Our crews reported for work region-wide as early as 6 a.m. this morning, the easternmost part of the state. They reported 8 a.m. and crews headed out to their routes. We pre-treated all day yesterday and the day before that. Crews are on their routes actively salting. For the most part, our area roads, our 24 counties, are in fairly good shape on our interstates and state routes, but as the snow continues to fall, temperatures continue to drop, I think that we're going to see road conditions worsen as the day goes on.
And can you talk about some of the potential problems areas? We're hearing maybe I-75 in Campbell County as one in particular.
I-75 in Campbell County, because that increased elevation is always an area where we see increased snowfall. Also, some of the areas in Cock County and those higher elevations, Sevier County, you have those possibilities. One thing we did all just hear is there was a crash on State Route 444 Tellico Village, which has closed that roadway to northbound traffic. I'm not sure if that is weather related or not, but remember, those roads are going to be a little bit slick over the next, especially the next 24 hours. And certainly as the temperatures drop and it's nightfall, you may see some black ice out there as well.
And I can't let you go without giving you the chance to make a plea on behalf of your crews out there today.
You know, I think we've said it about 1 million times, so let me say it about 1,000,001. The importance of a motorist to stay at home unless it's absolutely crucial that they have to be on the roadways, because the safest place that they can be is at home. And really what that does is it opens up the roadways for our crews to do their jobs more efficiently, which means that they can get the roadways clear in a more timely manner. And the most important thing is it keeps them safe as well. So please stay at home during this winter weather event.
All right, Mark Nagy, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And all day long, we will be live throughout East Tennessee checking on those conditions for you. So we want to show a map on your screen right now showing you where our team coverage is. This afternoon, we have people throughout the area, as you see there. 10 News reporter Olivia Degg is in Caryville, and 10 News reporter Libby Cunningham is in Blount County.
With that, let's check in with Libby. Libby, bring us up to date. What are the conditions in your neck of the woods? We can see behind you there's a nice blanket of snow.
There is, Robin, Brittany, the snow is falling here in Maryville and in Blount County. So we actually were told by somebody at the Duncan in Maryville to head on down to Wallen, see what was going on there. We saw some snow near the post office. We saw some snow near the Little River. And as we were coming back up here to Maryville, we saw it kind of dusting over the roads, nothing crazy. We spoke to Maryville's deputy police chief, though. He has been with this department for 35 years. He said the worst snow he's ever seen was the blizzard of '93, but they are going to be all hands on deck today to make sure everybody is safe and okay.
Or we're expecting a lot of snow like this, planning and getting to where you're going. But then just if you have to be out, just be careful when you're driving.
And that's sort of the message right now. You want to be careful if you are out here, if you are driving. Behind me right now, you can kind of hear that it's like wet. People are still driving, the tires are gripping. And I don't want to be the person ruining the perfect snow, but I want to show you how it's laying right now. As you can see, it's the type of snow that's fun to play with. I'm really looking forward to spending some time doing some fun things in the snow here later. In Maryville, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Libby, thank you very much. We do appreciate it. Now we want to take you to Caryville. That is where Olivia Daig is standing by. And Olivia, we know I-75 in Campbell County, little treacherous, few issues there, but what is the situation where you are in Caryville?
Hi, good morning or good afternoon. This has been such a beautiful view. I am in Codes Lake State Park, and I'm going to step out of the way so you can see this beautiful frozen lake behind me. It is just gorgeous. There's been lots of people out today. They have been walking dogs, taking a run. I mean, they're all bundled up, but they had to come and see this view. We even see some ducks. They are enjoying this water as well. And we started seeing snow flurries here around 10 o'clock, and then things really started to pick up around 11, and now we're starting to see some snow stick to the ground. But we also know that as beautiful as it is, it's also dangerous if you're out on the roads. I was able to speak to Ron Dillingham, and he is in charge of roads here in Campbell County, and he said that they have got 16 plows ready to go. They have to cover 700 miles, of county roads. And he says the biggest challenge, like Mark talked about earlier today with TDOT, is the elevation of these roads. It makes things more difficult for them to plow roads, and it makes things difficult for drivers. So again, the message that we keep sharing is stay home. Do not head out on the roads just because of those treacherous elevations. But right now, if you can, safely bundle up and enjoy this beautiful snowy weather. And I'll send things back to you guys in the studio from Caryville.
All right, Olivia, thank you so much, and we'll check in with everyone coming up in our next half hour.
All right, now we want to check in with 10 News meteorologist Rebecca Sweet. You are certainly predicting, looking ahead, but we were waiting and waiting, and finally that snow came.
Well, I think one thing we have to remember about snow coverage is it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, especially when it happens during the day. Most of the time we love a good snow day when it's nice and snowy when you wake up in the morning, but we're getting a chance to really see the evolution of this system take place during the day. And as you notice, this snow is with us, folks. We have a little bit of a break in some of the snow coverage, so maybe just a lull in some of the activity that could be moving into parts of Anderson County, Loudoun County, and into Knox County. But with snow, it's always fun to watch some of these bands of heavier snow that can continue to push their way into the region. So if you're seeing a little bit of a break from the snow, folks, again, remember this thought process. It's a marathon, not a sprint. This is something that we're going to be watching as we go throughout the rest of the day. Winter storm warning is in effect until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is primarily going to be a Friday event. Tomorrow, when it comes to things actually falling from the sky, we're really not going to see much, but you're still going to have the chance to enjoy all the fun things to do in the snow, as I expect most of this to stick around at least as we go into the start of your Saturday. We're also watching some windy conditions, especially into the higher elevations. A wind advisory, which was new, came out this morning warning. It's going to be in effect from 1 p.m. today until 9 p.m. as we go throughout the evening hours. So far, winds, not too much of a concern, which is giving us just this beautiful, dainty, nice snow that's continuing to fall. But the wind is forecast to pick up across the higher elevations, helping to bring in perhaps a little bit warmer air. We'll be highlighting this with a look at your Futurecast model coming up in just a little bit. We'll be right back after the break.
My baby girl is home.
A family reunion.
Welcome back, everyone. In Loudoun County, officials there tell us the roads are becoming dangerous and that sheriff's deputies especially are only responding to emergencies right now. They're on the snow plan.
That's right. With that, we want to turn to Loudoun County Mayor Buddy Bradshaw. Mr. Bradshaw, thanks so much for being with us. Can you share with us specific areas that you are starting to see issues arise on the roads?
Most of it is in our back roads, our side roads. I know our highway department, I talked with our highway department, highway director, Billy Pickle, earlier, and the pre-treatment for our main arteries has had a good impact, and they're still working and scraping those and trying to keep those as clear as possible. But a lot of our side roads are taking that accumulation, and they're turning slick quickly.
I know that it was the sheriff's office. We're looking at the picture right now, in fact, that was dealing with this crash on Tellico Parkway where there was a person trapped. Do you happen to have any updates on that, and do you know if that was due to weather?
I don't have.
Unfortunately, we were talking with Mayor Bradshaw in Loudoun County. Are you still with us, Mayor?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, we can hear you now. We lost you for just a moment.
Yeah, if we didn't hear what you were about to say about that crash. It sounds like you don't have an update on that.
I do not. I don't really have much information on it at all.
What message might you have for the folks in your county this afternoon as we are starting to see the roads becoming more dangerous?
Well, as this continues to fall, and it started in Loudoun County right around 10 or 10:15 as far as where my office was at, and it didn't take long to cover. It's still coming down. I just want to encourage folks, if you don't have to be out, don't be. But if you are out, slow down, give yourself plenty of distance, because like I said, this it can be very dangerous, especially on our side roads, and just everybody has to be safe and use better judgment. Use good judgment, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Absolutely. Great point to make. Mayor Bradshaw, thank you so much. We do appreciate it, and good luck as this wears on.
We will be right back after this break with more from our live crews across East Tennessee and, of course, our weather team. Our weather team is monitoring the storm as it pushes through our region. Stay with us.
Watch 10 News on your